Recording was good. New YouTube video. Justin Roiland situation, bro. Oh my god. I haven't really spoken about it on social media, but it's like, bro, fuck, bro. Damn. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, obviously domestic abuse and all that kind of shit, that is not a joke. That's not something to joke about. That is very serious. What I'm fucked up about, you want to know what fucks me up? I'll tell you what fucks me up. What fucks me up? It's always the good shows. It's always the good shows that has to have a creepy ass nigga behind it. Not even on some creepy shit, on some weird shit, some violent shit. It's just like, goddamn, why can't y'all just be good people? You know what I mean? Like, why can't y'all just be good people? Create good shit, entertaining shit, and then just be good people on top of it. What the fuck keeps coming? You can't see it from my... Okay, there it is. Okay.
Update to the Justin Roiland situation. A new chapter has dropped, and man...
All I'm saying is, bro, R.I.P. Rick and Morty seasons 1 through 6. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. And to all them people that was complaining, bro... To all them people that was complaining about, oh, the last few seasons have been kind of, you know, Rick and Morty fell off. You guys are too, like, what's the word? Too much fourth wall, like, too much fourth wall breaks. You guys are practically making fun of your viewers or kind of, like, insulting your viewers based on having criticism. Like, shut the fuck up and enjoy the fucking show. Dead ass. Because it could be gone tomorrow. And what happened? It's gone. Like, damn, niggas talking about something they gonna recast Rick. Bro, there's no point. Just end the show. Just end the fucking show. It's not gonna be the same. Just end the show. Because if I get even a glimpse of that, the voice of Rick or the new voice of Morty, if I feel like, okay, it's literally just a person just mimicking them, I'm done. I'm out. You can't. I'm sorry. They better come back with the... I don't know. Season 7 better be the best season ever. That's all I'm saying. That better be the best season ever. Because the way how Justin Roiland, like, voiced Rick was just... unique to him specifically. But you know, I'm not praising any of the bullshit that he did. That's not what I'm doing. Relax.
What a plot twist this one came with. I'm sure all of you already know, but I'll just briefly bring you up to speed since it's been a couple months. It recently came to light that Justin Roiland has been...
Am I too loud for y'all? Let me know.
...domestic battery and false imprisonment charges from his ex-girlfriend. He was accused following an incident in 2020, and since then, over the last few years, has gone to, like, pre-trials and hearings about the situation, and all of it was revealed earlier this year, which shocked...
I mean, okay, respectfully, okay, this is the thing, though. Mainly, you guys are watching this video. I don't know if y'all are watching it because y'all exactly want to know what happened as well as watch my reaction. But I'm just going to assume that you guys already know the gist of what's going on when it comes to Justin Roiland. So I'm not really going to worry about covering up. I'm not going to worry too much about covering up, you know, information or covering up too much of the screen. Y'all should be focused on me to begin with.
And left the Rick and Morty fans thoroughly squanched. Following this news, Justin Roiland was fired from Adult Swim.
Now you good. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Opposites, and he resigned from his development studio, Squanch Games. It was also scheduled to go into the next phase of all of this with a trial. However, today, everyone's trick hole got glorbed. It was announced that the domestic violence charges against Justin Roiland, this whole case, was dismissed. According to a spokesperson for the district attorney's office, they said, "We dismissed the charges today because there was insufficient evidence to prove the case beyond reasonable doubt." They further added that significant additional information came to light. That additional information that came to light that surfaced here in the fourth quarter with the buzzer beater to stop this from going to trial is not elaborated upon. It hasn't been made public.
I was about to say, did Shorty lie or something? Did she, like, recant her statement or some shit like that? Like, I don't know, like, she probably got paid off or, I don't know. Like, I can't make no assumptions, but when it comes to stuff like this, and then right before it goes to trial, for some reason, the woman, like, takes back her statement or recants it or some shit like that. I don't know. Just like the same shit with Jonathan Majors, the guy that just did Creed 3. Like, yeah, like all that shit coming about him, about how he abused his girlfriend or some shit like that. And then, like, right before, like, after like a couple days, like, she took back her statement. Is that what happened here? I don't know. I'm not gonna assume. But it's like, bro, what is with Like, god damn, bro. I just want to watch Rick and Morty, bro. That's really what I'm like, bro. That's what I'm giving a fuck about. Let's really keep it a buck here. That's what I'm carrying on. You know what I mean? I'm not just over here saying, like, you know, fuck the victim. That's not what I'm saying, and that's not the energy that I'm giving out. If that's what you feel, click off the video right now. It's just like, what's the point of making all this noise and, like, going to social media or, like, basically filing a case or getting a lawyer and doing all this extra shit just to, like, pull the statement back right before going to trial? Because that's usually what be happening, bro. Like, you know, these females are usually, like, bro, these females usually be lying. And yes, I say fucking female. Yes, I'll address you as female. I'll address you as women, too, whenever I fucking feel like it. You know what I mean? But, yeah, like I was saying, though, why go through all that trouble and making all that noise, like, you know, like getting lawyers or possibly getting lawyers just to take the statement back? Maybe they got paid off. I don't know. Maybe they actually was just like, okay, this has gone too, my lie has gone way too far. Let me just take it back. I don't know. Before this blows up in my face. I don't know.
Obviously, so we can only speculate. I have no fucking idea what it could have been. Maybe Justin Roiland sent a rough draft for Rick and Morty Season 9 to the district attorney and he loved it so much he dismissed the case on the spot.
For real?
There's no telling. Nothing about the case really has ever been made public. Not even the actual incident that occurred in 2020. None of it has been made public, so a lot of this has just been through legal speak and pretty vague about the actual occurrence as well as the particulars around it. So this additional information that eventually led to the case being dismissed, we don't know what it was. So because of that, it's left a lot of people on Twitter to start talking about how foul play could have been involved here, some under-the-table dealings, bribery, or things like that, corruption.
Of course, Twitter.
I don't know about all of that. There's really no telling, since, again,
I haven't really seen none of that stuff yet, though, because I'm not really looking for it.
Though
you know what I mean? Like, yo, I'm not really looking for that kind of stuff on Twitter. Sometimes it just pops up on my feed, but, man, I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just saying, it's just like, bro, people are just so annoying, bro. Like, oh my god, like, stop existing.
I will admit, I do think it is a little odd how quickly it got thrown out once it made it into the media cycle. This has been something that's been going on for a few years now. I'm assuming there must have been some level of substantiated evidence behind the claims. Otherwise, how the fuck would it have made it this far along the legal process? I would imagine this would have got slapped down immediately if they never had any evidence in the first place, just this giant fucking nothing burger. I assume there must have been something, but now they're citing an insufficient evidence to support the claims. So I do get why people are a little heebie-jeebied about it. I do understand. And like I said in my last video, I am still surprised that Adult Swim and Solar Opposites both acted so quickly to shit-can Roiland before he was ever even found guilty on the charges.
That's what I'm saying. What happened to innocent until proven guilty? But obviously when it comes to those kind of charges and, like, you know, when it comes to those kinds of charges, it's like, bro, people just be on their dicks. But it's like, god damn, at least let the verdict come out before y'all, you know what I'm saying, like, fire the nigga or part ways, bro. Oh shit, no.
Assumed at the time that they must have had additional information that the public didn't have into the insights and the inner workings of this case, and they fired Roiland based on that. But it's looking like that wasn't the case, since he is presumably innocent now since this case has been dropped. So that leads me to believe that either they acted in order to wipe the dog shit of his reputation off of their shoe as quickly as possible as to not hurt their brand, and it was just bad optics to keep him around, or they fired him based on all of the other allegations against him, some of which were made by co-workers and still current employees of these productions. None of these have been fully confirmed, so of course take them with a grain of salt, but a lot of his co-workers have come out very strong against him, citing that he was extremely lazy and actually hadn't had an active role in the development of Rick and Morty in a long time, refusing to work, difficult to work with, and the way some other colleagues talk.
Really, though? What are you talking about? I mean, isn't he the voice of Rick and Morty? I don't get it, though. How could he possibly, like, you know? I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Just like what Moist Critcal said, take all the information you get with a grain of salt. You never know. These could just be disgruntled employees, you know? I don't know. But it's like, how can you be lazy or not be a part of the recording process when you're literally the voice of the two main characters?
Talk about him, make it sound like he was an actual toddler in the office. So they'd say, like, they didn't even know he was in until they'd hear his dogs or his remote control toy car zooming around the office. So they describe him as
But really, okay, you're trying to call him childish. It's the creator of a show, Rick and Morty. I'm not gonna lie though, you would have to have some kind of like, you know, childish antics about you. You gotta be a kid at heart making a show like this. I know, right? Because kids are just constantly, you know, because kids these days, they're just constantly thinking about, like, you know, interdimensional travel and, like, you know what I'm saying, the secret of the universe and, like, you know, like, yeah, stuff like that, working through depression. Yeah, that's what kids are definitely thinking about.
Is just being difficult to work with and that they didn't really like his presence, which I guess may have been something Adult Swim and Solar Opposites would have taken into account. And then a lot of these degenerate DMs started leaking. Of course, none of the sources are 100% confirmed as authentic or anything. He would flirt as if he was actually fucking Morty from the show in real life, so he'd say things like insane in the membrane and like, auga, boobies, boobies. Like, the text messages were really fucking embarrassing. And there are even allegations that at least one of the people that he was flirting with was underage, and, you know, others were
Like, you know what I mean? It's just more like, you know,
like people he had worked with before.
What more do you want from me? Like, what more would you want me to say?
100% real or anything, but this was just another big shitstorm that Justin Roiland was facing in the midst of all of this, and a lot of allegations. Now, since the case has been dismissed, he has made a statement, but he doesn't address anything outside of the felonies he was facing. Roiland says, "I've always known that these claims were false, and I had never had any doubt that this day would come. I'm thankful that this case has been dismissed, but at the same time, I'm still deeply shaken by the horrible lies that were reported about me during this process. Most of all, I'm disappointed that so many people were so quick to judge without knowing the facts, based solely on the word of an embittered ex trying to bypass due process and have me cancelled. That it may have succeeded, even partially, is shameful. However, now that the legal case is ended, I'm determined to move forward and focus both on my creative projects and restoring my good name." I do think it's a little odd that he's choosing to use the word canceled here when all of these charges were private.
Nah, bro. You're not getting canceled, bro. It's just like, yo, nigga, you know, you potentially did some weird shit. You was potentially on some fuck shit.
None of this was ever made public. The X has never come out publicly. None of the information has ever been made public. All of this was handled behind closed doors and only made it to the public eye because of some sleuthing from media outlets, I believe, since the trial was not too far into the future. If the allegations are actually false, I still don't know if cancellation would have been the motivation behind it, because I feel like if the goal was cancellation, the X would have come forward and publicly revealed all of this information instead of trying to handle it legally. Like, that wouldn't really make sense for that goal if it was cancellation to try and handle it, like, behind closed doors. I feel like they would have wanted to do everything in their power to, like, publicly drag Justin Roiland around and talk about all of this. Now, as you can imagine, a lot of people aren't super happy about Roiland's response here, citing that he doesn't really seem to understand that even though he was able to prove his innocence to the legal system and prove at least that the charges...
There's still the state of public opinion. Like, oh my fucking god. The people that have no idea what was really going on behind closed doors, the people that don't have all the facts, the people that don't have all the details, yes. Those are going to be the people criticizing and judging you the most.
Didn't have enough evidence to support them. They weren't strong enough to lead to a conviction on the accusations. That innocence wasn't proven to the public. And in fact, the public has never even known exactly what the fuck even happened in the first place with the incident. So a lot of people took issue with him talking about how disappointed he is that people believed lies from his embittered ex, which I do agree is kind of odd because, again, there's never been any specifics about what happened or even what this whole thing is even about, other than the fact that Roiland, for a few years now, has had 2 felonies that he's been fighting: domestic violence and false imprisonment. And people were talking about like, oh wow, that's pretty concerning that that's happening. Those are scary charges. So that's all people have ever had access to, and even now, after the case has been dismissed, people still don't know what the fuck was even going on to begin with. All of the evidence and everything has been kept under lock and key, so even though the charges got dropped, for a lot of people, that's not good enough since he wasn't proven innocent publicly, since none of the information is public, so a lot of people are still saying that there is a chance that there really was a victim here that was just unable to provide enough evidence to convince others that this event happened, even if it really did. So it's just been a mess.
Yeah.
So all the public can do is look at the fact that he was battling these very serious felonies and say, fuck, That's not good. That is scary. Those aren't, you know, light felonies by any means. That's the only information that the public has ever had access to, and the only thing that they can base
False imprisonment. Like, what is that supposed to really mean? Like, what? Kidnapping? Is that a form
their
of kidnapping?
perspective on. Now the case has been dismissed. Obviously, that changes a bit. And if all of the allegations are truly false, then that is a crime in and of itself and should be taken very seriously. If it is proven that everything that has happened was based upon an embittered ex lying to ruin Justin Roiland's reputation and try and ruin his life, that is a very serious thing as well that also needs to be addressed. So the whole thing is just a pretty fucking horrible situation top to bottom. Again, he doesn't talk about any of the other allegations, at least not yet. I imagine he probably will going forward, especially the ones from the coworkers and the DMs. But anyway, just wanted to give a quick update on all of this.
Alright, shoot, that'll be a video. You know what I mean? Like, subscribe. Yeah, I know what to do. Alrighty. Next.